Hello everyone, this is Abhishek Sharma and I'll be representing this glass prediction model of DevHack' 2022 Hackathon, and my domain is machine learning. So before moving into directly into the model, what are the data sets, or what is the data set that I'm going to use here? So for the data set, here is the data set folder, and in this I have uploaded the data set which is named as glass.csv, and you can also download that data set from the UCI dataset website. So I have provided the link here also. So now let's quickly move into the model that I have created. So before going to the model, let me first check about how many algorithms are used here, what are the best fitted algorithms are being used here depending on the accuracy scores. So for that I have created this Jupyter notebook file and named as glass prediction. So here in this glass prediction model of Jupyter Notebook, you can find out a layout of the dataset. So what are the different attributes or features of the dataset is having. So the initial goal of this project is to predict the build a machine learning model which will predict the glasses with highest accuracy. So for that I have used the same dataset as I have mentioned earlier, and going into the model. So first of all, we have imported different types of libraries that we are using here, such as like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, or etc., so on and so forth. So after that I have uploaded the glass.csv file. Then I have made a few attribute checkings, like finding out the data types of the attributes and description of each of the attribute of the dataset and all. So after that, moving into the exploratory data analysis and visualization. So basically exploratory data analysis refers to the critical process of performing an initial investigation on the data. So I have plotted different types of visualization graphs based on the different attributes that are used in this data set. So here you can see different types of graphs are here. Now finding out the number of observations and outliers in the dataset. So for that I have used this syntax, and I have found that 14 observations are there with more than 2 outliers. So now I have again plotted different features using the pair plot to find out different types of attributes and aspects of this dataset. Now moving on to the next part, that is model creation. So as this is a classification model, as this would be a classification model, so I have used different types of classifier algorithms, so such as like logistic regression, decision tree classifier, random forest classifier, Gaussian naive Bayes, KNN, support vector machine, XGBoost, gradient boosting, ADA boosting, MLP, and gradient descent classifier. So these are the classifiers that are going to be used here. So before going to the classification models, first of all we have to divide the data or split the data into training set model and test set. So for that I have used the ratio of 75:25 and named the training sets as like X-train and Y-train, and the testing data is like X-test and Y-test. So again we have imported the required libraries for different types of models creation. So basically sklearn is being used here for different types of algorithms that is being used here. Now for logistic regression, here is the logistic regression. I have fitted the model and finding out the score and accuracy. It is showing an accuracy of 0.67 or 0.65, pardon me. And here is the confusion matrix. Again I have gone with the decision tree classifier algorithm, and with the entropy criterion also I have done that, but it doesn't change the accuracy, and the accuracy is like 0.70, and here is the confusion matrix of decision tree. Now moving on to random forest classifier, it is also showing an accuracy of 0.77 or 0.80 to be precise. Yeah, it's 0.780, and here is the confusion matrix. After that, k nearest neighbor classifier algorithm, or like KNN, for that the accuracy is like 0.63. For Gaussian naive Bayes, the accuracy is 0.35, pretty low rather than other classifier algorithms. Now for support vector machine, the accuracy score is 0.26, which is rather the lowest of all these algorithms. Now moving on to XGBoost classifier algorithm, and for that the accuracy score jumps up to 0.80, which shows that this model is really fitted very well with this data set. And here is the confusion matrix. Second, after that, like gradient boosting classifier. So for that gradient boosting classifier, the accuracy is being 0.81. I think that is the highest one that I have produced here. And here is the confusion matrix. For AdaBoost classifier, it is 0.48, which is pretty good or moderate, you can say. Like, and here is the confusion matrix, and after that, stochastic gradient descent classifier, and this is the last model, that last algorithm that I have introduced here. So the score is like 0.37, which is not enough good. Now after that, MLP is there. Sorry for that. So MLP is there also. So MLP's accuracy score is like 0.74, which is pretty good. So now I have like provided, or I have inserted here 11 algorithms, 11 machine learning algorithms, and based on those different accuracy scores of the different algorithms, there are few models that are going to be used here for kind of the model for creating the models. So for the gradient boosting classifier, it is having the highest accuracy ever than the 10 algorithms that is being used here. So I have chosen gradient boosting classifier here for producing the model. So importing the pickle framework or pickle library, I have dumped the model into the final name of like final glass prediction model.pkl, and this is the final model that which I have uploaded in the GitHub profile. After the Jupyter notebook file, you can see that final glass prediction model. So this is the whole presentation and whole method of this glass prediction model creation, and what are the algorithm is being used here. You guys can know that. So if you guys wanted to know more about me or connect me, you guys can connect me through LinkedIn, and also you guys can check out my different projects in my GitHub, as the links are being given here. You guys can contact me, and this is the final model, that is final glass prediction model.pkl, and this is the model that is being used here. So that is it. Thank you everyone. Here is the readme file. You guys can check out like what are the things that are being used here and all, and that is all. Thank you everyone. So this was the presentation, and this is the class prediction model that I have created and deployed and also provided to the DevHack hackathon. Thank you.